My name is Ibn Royal.
And I'm Nikki Nicole.
And this is the Work in Progress Reloaded.
The podcast for...
In between us.
And everybody else.
You feel me? Let's get it. Topic 1. You said, I was just about to say, like, I was just about to, go ahead, because that's better for you to say it. You don't even want to know what I was about to say. So.
Topic 1 is accountability.
Let me take accountability for the fact that I do not have the topic on my brain. So I was like, we're about to freestyle the ish out of that just now. Ooh, look at that. But go ahead.
Alright. So, what is accountability?
It's a good question. Alright, so this week, let's switch it up a little bit.
Okay.
We're going to ask each other what is accountability. But we also want the in-betweeners to answer this question too. So what is accountability to the in-betweeners? Hashtag WIP Reloaded. Let us know what is accountability to you. But for us, accountability. For me, it is accountability is taking responsibility for your actions, I guess, in the simplest way. It is the same as, like, let's say you get in trouble for doing something, but you try to blame it on somebody else why you did it. You know you did it, you got caught, but you try to blame it on somebody else. That's not taking accountability. Taking accountability to me is like if you know you did something and you own up to it. You take ownership for your actions, basically.
Yeah, that's my definition. Taking ownership for your actions.
Okay. Yeah. So that's my what is accountability. What else?
Accountability in your own life.
Accountability in my
what
own life.
are some things that you would take accountable for? Is that the direction that we're trying to go?
What are you talking about?
Like, accountability in your own life. Do you I don't know.
What you mean?
I know what I want to say, but I don't know what I want to say.
I think Jay.
Oh, my bad. Take accountability for listening to a voice note. So what are you saying? Well, basically, it's like accountability. We just established that for us, accountability is taking ownership of our actions.
Mm-hmm.
But that's one side of it. Accountability can also be holding yourself to a certain standard.
Mm-hmm.
And so, in doing that, wouldn't you say that you have your internal accountability, which is like taking yourself accountable for the things you want to get done, and then external accountability, which is like someone else holding you to a certain standard. Those just the two things.
I think that's just a circle of life. That's how
The circle of life.
Like, we have to hold ourselves accountable to certain things, or else we can't move forward. We can't reach our goals.
Mm-hmm.
We can't live our day to day. You know, just be out here living any other type of way.
Right.
We're not accountable for what we do. Like, you know, gotta get up and do stuff.
So what is that? What is that called? What is that?
Just being responsible.
Yeah,
Whatever
but
that means to you as well.
right. So essentially, we have internal accountability, which she talking about. So most people probably have this already, but we talking to everybody, right? Internal accountability is basically like when you write down a to-do list and then you get it done.
Right.
When the minute you wrote your task down on that to-do list, you holding yourself accountable to finish them, right? So that's internal accountability. It doesn't always got to be like if you didn't. It's just the responsibilities you lay for yourself.
Exactly.
Is internal. So all we saying is like be thinking about your internal accountability, and the ways to make sure you're held accountable to them. Because if it's your own stuff, so who holding you accountable for it? Yourself. Right. So just how you gonna do that? And then external, you want to talk about external accountability?
External, well, that's I think that's the one with the most consequences to it, because now it's affecting someone else in a way, or maybe it's not affecting someone else, but most of the time it's someone else is holding you accountable, because if you don't get something done, it might affect them as well.
Mm-hmm.
But other times on that too, sometimes they just we feel more pressured when other people are expecting us to do something, like the expectation.
Yeah,
So.
and that can be healthy too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not dwell on it. External accountability could be things that helps propel you too, because it doesn't need to be just something you don't want to do or something like that. You get me? An example I just got today, talking to some older folks. They talked about how things that helped them through graduate school was finding like-minded individuals in their major or whatever, and all of them making themselves hold each other accountable for things, just normal tasks. And so they said, just doing things like hanging with the same people who have the same goals. They came up with a system to hold each other accountable for different things, and doing that helped motivate each other to get what they need to get done. So
yeah, accountability can equal motivation.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Right. And yeah, take responsibility for your actions, yo. That's one of my biggest pet peeves in life. I say this all the time. You could murder somebody, to me, like for real. You could murder somebody. I'm not gonna totally judge you when you murder somebody unless it's my mother, because if you murder my mother, bro, it's a ribbity rap. But like I said, you can murder somebody. It's not about the action you did. It's about how you respond to it. Like if you murder somebody and you don't have sincere remorse, you still gonna go to jail and all that stuff. But what I'm saying is, if you don't sincerely forgive yourself, take responsibility for your actions, admit that you did it, you made that mistake, and it was a mistake, and all that other stuff, then that says more to your character to me than anything else. If you're the type of person to do something, and then you say, well, I only did it because you did, you know what I mean? I only did it because this was.
But what about people? Well, in that sense, you said feel remorse. What if you don't feel remorse? And
that's
not
what I'm
even
saying.
Something as extreme as killing, but
that's why I used it, because it's so extreme.
But something. I mean, all wrong is wrong, but what if the person is not remorseful of it and they still take accountability for it? Do you respect?
Well, yeah, that's whatever. That's I don't know. That's the minutia of the situation. What I'm talking about at the end of the day is taking responsibility for your actions and responding to that with the proper response. Like, that actually happened to me the other day. I was dealing with a situation where somebody tried to do something to me and they were wrong, but they didn't want to take accountability for their actions. So I responded in a demanding way. They got upset and reported that to somebody, right? Now, when they got to the higher ups, I told them, like, look, I don't regret what I did, but I will tell you I did it. I did take. So it actually happened to me the other day. I'm like, I don't regret what I did, because I did it because of someone else not doing what they were supposed to do. So that happens all the time. It's normal. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, it's all about how you respond to me. The whole reason, like, people do things, we make mistakes to learn. So if you're not sitting there trying to be like, you know what, I made that mistake, you right, I'm trying to learn from it. You say, well, I only did it because of this and that, or well, when you put blame on others instead of you talking about what you did, that to me is not cool. So.
And is that immediately or after some time? What if at that moment they're just acting off of emotions? And, life is a series of actions and reactions. So if they really are responding based off what happened, you can't say they're passing blame. In that moment, that's how they feel.
That's no excuse to me.
But I'm just saying, but what if over time, if they look back and say, all right, I did that, it was wrong, But in the moment, is it like a different level of respect if they don't?
Yes.
That accountability.
Yes. That's what we sitting here for, so you can avoid that, because that comes with growth. But if you a listener and you take heed to somebody's advice, my best advice is like really sit back and look at what you're doing in the moment. Like, I guess because I do that a lot. Like, there's no reason why. I'm talking about if you're doing something that you were wrong. You know what I'm saying? Let's even spin it, like, because at the end of the day, this isn't about like some negative stuff. Like, I want people to remember, like, we talking about motivating yourself essentially, and taking accountability for those things that you motivate yourself to do. So,
speak on simple terms, like just.
Yeah, like, that is negative. I don't really want to go deep into that hole, but essentially what I'm saying is, you wrote down, I'm want to work out and lose some weight. Make sure you find a way to hold yourself accountable to your own internal action. If you want to drop a project and you got a producer who wanting to work with you, and you set up that situation, now you have an external accountability, because now you're
someone else is involved.
Right. So that's what I'm saying right now. If you trying to lose that weight, figure out how you gonna do that. Basically, it's mad general, but and if you about to drop that project, figure out how you gonna link up with that producer so you get that fire song done. I feel like we always talking in music terms, yo. Yeah, it is.
We gotta generalize.
Yeah, we gotta figure something out.
Something simple. You gotta get up out of bed in the morning and get stuff done. You can't sit in bed all day. So, perfect example for in-betweeners. Let's say, all right, you graduate high school, you're not.
What's that thing on the back of your phone?
It's like a brain thing, a stand type of thing. But like when you become an adult and you live on your own, you don't got mom and daddy, auntie, whoever telling you what to do anymore.
Right.
You have to hold yourself accountable now to be an adult. Get up, take a shower, brush your teeth.
Bruh.
What else do adults do? Cook, clean. Simple things like that.
What about it?
You have to, something inside of you says, okay, I gotta get up and do this. If you don't do it, it's just gonna be nasty.
Ew. Nobody likes a nasty person either.
So, who's holding you accountable? What if you're the loner type of adult where nobody's coming over to tell you, yo, what's good?
Or if you're the type of person that already got all that together, just start to think about how did you come to that, like, way. You know what I mean? There had to be, like, you at some point you started to shower on your own, right? Every day, because you right. Figure out that part of your brain that started to make that be second nature. Try to tap into that. That's something I ain't even did, but I don't know. It just sounds like it makes sense, right?
I think it's related to in-between.
So tap into your second nature. Oh, that's hard, bro.
Tap into your accountability.
Tap into your second nature, bro. Keep your third eye open. Stay woke. Feel me? Tap into your second nature. Oh, that's lit, bro. Oh.
On to the next topic.
Hey.
All right, on to topic 2. So, bring it in.
All right, we just talked about the internal versus external accountability, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now, what we're gonna talk about is actualizing the systems we just. Because we talked about creating a system. Mm-hmm. Now let's just have some examples of systems that works for you, works for us. You got
related to what? General life, work,
anything. Any structure in your life that you already have, just in case some people don't. And also, if you have any suggestions, can you say it? Hashtag
WIP related.
Oh, well, let me not blur that out. Yo, if I blur this out, I'm the greatest person ever.
You're not gonna blur that out. Okay, you could try. But hashtag WIP reloaded and talk back to us. Let us know some accountability systems that you have. So, accountability systems.
See, this is the hard part for something like this, because I feel like this is so general that we want to talk to people first. I don't know, that's just me. Like, I would rather talk to y'all about this.
This is not really necessarily in my life, but I think I mentioned this one time
Go
before.
ahead.
But like, if you have like a circle of friends, and like, let's say you guys want to save money to go on a trip.
Mm-hmm.
It could be an accountability factor if you guys don't go out every Friday to happy hour or something like that.
See, wait. This is not a deductive podcast. This is an additive podcast.
Okay, so on the flip side of that.
Yeah. But
I'm just saying that's the accountability system, because it's like you're working towards something, so it's not like
but that's that. What she just said. If you trying to plan on going out with your friends, then why don't y'all decide that, yo, every week we gonna put this money in the pot.
Right.
We gonna put, cause I just did this. I'm like trying to go somewhere for my birthday, and the people that I'm going with, I told them like, look, this week we gonna buy this part of it. Then this week we gonna buy this part, and this, so forth and so forth. And how I broke it down was like, we gonna do the big chunk first, get that out the way. Then we could get the little smaller stuff out the way closer to the trip, right?
Yes.
Those are things that's holding themselves accountable. Now, somebody initiated the group chat, then somebody else was like, all right, this work for me. Y'all know how it go. I'm pretty sure y'all got group chats. Y'all be trying to figure out, like she just said, maybe y'all trying to figure out how y'all gonna go out the next week or something. Y'all figured that out, didn't y'all?
Or something like that. The reason why I said it like that is because sometimes you and your friends might want to do something, but sometimes you guys are in your own way, When it comes to stuff like planning a big group outing and money is the factor, at this time and this age, it is always, I don't got no money when it's crunch time, So you kind of are holding yourself accountable. Like, if you guys all really want to do something, the time leading up to there is like, why don't we just, scale back on all the extra stuff?
Mm-hmm.
At least when y'all together, so then y'all won't blame each other.
Sure.
Or maybe on your private time you spend that money elsewhere.
Private time. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, but
you have a goal towards.
That was the system that I had. Cause group chat is simple. I'm talking about we about to actually
just circle of friends.
Actual group chat. Make a group chat right now. I want y'all to make a group chat. Screenshot it. Show us the name of the group chat and what y'all about to do. It could be something as simple, son. It could be this the get money group chat. You feel me? And every week y'all all show each other the 50 y'all deposited into y'all savings. That's mad simple.
Yeah, just make it.
Incentivize.
Friends equal an accountability group.
Incentivize.
Group,
right.
or instant chat group.
Yo, first of all, let's just talk about this real quick. Yo, for real, do not add me to no Insta chat group. Yo, I hate those, bro. Like, they mad ugly. Yeah, yo, it's all my like. Yeah. It's all my, I'm sorry, I hope y'all ain't watching and take offense, but it's always all my auxiliary friends that invite me to them. Like that person you met at the party with your homie one time, but they think y'all mad cool type friends, you know what I'm saying? That's always y'all, like, it's y'all like perimeter friends. Yeah, y'all cool, but don't add me to no Insta chat groups, huh? Cause that's probably the only thing they got me on. You know what I'm saying? Like, get y'all peripheral friend here. So out of here. Say nah, but don't add me to that, bro. For we
But
box.
yeah, group chats, WhatsApp chats, and stuff like that.
If you on WhatsApp chats, I don't know what you doing.
Maybe
You know what?
don't have Caribbean friends, you won't be in WhatsApp
Oh, true.
chats, but
I ain't friend.
I don't like WhatsApp, so stop. Please.
All her cousins. What y'all doing? What y'all need? Nicole, I see you on their TV. Let me hold something. Yo. It's like, nah, yo.
It was my mom, dad, uncle that hit me on WhatsApp, and they was like, "Oh, you didn't get my WhatsApp?" And I'm like, "No, I don't open that app." But I had it on because I had a group project one time, and somebody didn't have an iPhone, so that was the only way we could chat. Because they claim that they don't get group chats on their Android. So,
All this. Her parents extra.
It's not my parents, so that's how I got WhatsApp anyway. But my parents was on it before because that's what Jamaicans do. So
This sounds long and drawn out. All I'm saying is, hi Nicole, mom. What? How long? Yo, alright, bro, this over. Like, we on the topic 3, cuz.
So accountability, how much more can you stretch this out?
Word. And take accountability for the fact that, like, all I was like is, yo, accountability. And here we are. Alright, so, you know we like to get personal towards the end. So if you stuck around this long, you know it's finna get real. You know, it seems like it get real at the end of the episodes. We're gonna talk about accountability in relationships.
Okay. What about it?
Accountability. Yo, I'm gonna just say like this, and this remind me of season 1, but accountability to me right now is also one of the reasons this generation cannot last with relationships. I'm gonna just say that. It's the internet, number 1, social media, number 1, and then accountability.
Explain yourself.
Alright, so I feel like nowadays, I don't know, this could be just an age thing. Like maybe just everybody in between the age act like this, you know, since the beginning of the time. But I feel like a lot of times people rather win in a relationship than compromise. Or like they rather be right than to like figure out a solution. You get me? Basically, people like to this is just my experience, I'm not speaking to everybody. People like to be like he thought he was gonna get over on me. You feel me? Or like, you know, dudes be like, I ain't even sweating her like that. You feel me? Like she be bugging.
Right, wait. I said something like this. Nowadays, everybody's not pressed. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Oh yeah. That you like everybody not pressed. Right. Now one, that go back to social media. Cause for real, you know, me and social media like this, bro. Cause for real, social media the root of all evil, bro. And the reason I say that is cause people not pressed cause they feel like they got options.
Right.
And they feel like they got options forever. Like, you know, this was 1996. Once you had 2 kids or whoever and you did whatever you did, you like it's gonna be real hard to hop back. Right. It's gonna be real hard to hop back into the pool. The dating scene. And so sometimes what happens is you honestly wind up staying with somebody for convenience. Not saying that's a good thing. What I'm saying is what that also caused is maybe you was with the right person and y'all figured out how to make your relationship work because you had no other choice but to. You feel me? And now people so early on in a relationship ready to jump out and have what did you say before?
But they're not pressed.
They're not pressed because girls want to be on Instagram all day. Well, I got 10 niggas in my DM. You feel me? And he got side chicks for days. You feel me? That's just the
years.
Alright. For days.
For centuries.
Actually, he don't have nothing if he a black man because we don't cheat.
For years. For centuries. For days.
Because we
seconds,
saints.
For minutes. For months. For years. For centuries. For
But
decades.
Alright. Back it up. Calm down. I don't know who hurt you. But like, yo.
Why is that always a catch? What chapter is that?
What chapter is what?
What chapter is that in the playbook?
And what
I
playbook?
heard that a few times.
What? Who hurt you?
Yeah.
Maybe somebody hurt you, son. Talk about it. Like,
That's the chapter. They all say that.
what's the chapter?
I don't know. You tell me.
First of all, don't be they all say that, cause
They all say that.
cause I'm
They
different.
all say that.
Hashtag I'm different.
Anyway.
But yeah, anyway, girls don't be pressed cause they got niggas in their DM or dudes in their DM. Dudes don't be
Not
pressed cause they
even,
got side
'cause
chicks.
they a savage. That's why.
Whatever the case may be.
That's the reason.
A girl, like I said, a girl knows she could put up a nice selfie, and it's gonna be somebody, hey big head. A dude know he could go in some girl DM who put up that nice selfie. You feel me? And say, hey big head. And so people don't have stake in their relationships no more, yo. And that sucks. And it's time to take accountability for that. And how do we do that?
How do you do that?
I think it's mad easy. I really do. It's mad easy. All you gotta do is take accountability for the things that happen.
But how? You're defining something.
Okay. Like for example, right?
Give us a tutorial.
Yeah, I'm about to. let me think for a second.
Alright, scenario.
So, let's just say you with your dude.
Not me.
You,
Not
Nicole, is with your guy friend or whoever.
Tanisha.
Oh, you want to be ambiguous? Oh, are you with your girlfriend?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, you so pressed about it. But don't be putting me with no dude. Me and Tanisha. Say no.
No. Tanisha and Jarrell.
Okay. Nicole and
Tanisha
Jarrell.
and Jarrell.
Nicole and
We need to
Jarrell
paint
sitting
up.
in the tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
This is like first season. What are you talking about? Was it Jamal?
Oh, well.
You remember that?
Yeah. But, yo. Damn, that's a throwback. Anyway, two people. A relationship. It don't even matter who or what they are. Two people are in a relationship. They are at a date. They on a date, right? Somebody. Do you see how your phone is right now? Her phone is facing up like this. So if I was sitting next to her, I could see it on her lap.
Right.
It goes off, and a suspect text comes up. You don't even do all that. Because you ain't even paying no mind. You watching the movie. You enjoying the movie. Look, The Rock just took his shirt off, right? So you looking at the movie. I see that, right?
And you like,
Not even. Like, I'm sitting there like this, and I see that, and it's like, miss you, babe. Or something like that, right? Something crazy. Nothing too crazy, though, where it could be, like, ambiguous, whatever. Help me play it out, too, if you want.
nah,
Step
you
in at any
finished,
point.
but I have a comment to that.
Okay. So, let's just say later on in the night, I ask you about that, right? And you tell me what happened or you don't, whatever you do. Either way, you just trying to get out of it.
But why are you on my phone?
Right. Instead of being like, oh, that was this text message. My fault. Yeah, maybe my ex been texting me all crazy. I've been ignoring him. But either way, I should have blocked him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to defend it though, instead of being like, but why you on my phone? Like, then you on social media talking about niggas just love being in phones, like hashtag it off my my line, like all that extra stuff, right? So now you done made the problem public on top of you not taking accountability for your actions. At the end of the day, dude sitting there like, but all I did was ask you, like.
But you see how I don't want to use pressed, but if you flip the situation, because you know it happens the other way around.
Usually.
Yeah. Whereas the chick saying, but who was that?
Yeah.
So
You know what though? No, it's good that we got two people sitting here because I feel like women talk about it more, so they think it happens to them more. But like for real, like no, not even just talking about me. Like my homies, all that. This happens pretty often. Like just in general, to men and women. You know how many of my friends? And then it's worse for women, yo. Cause a dude like be texting girls reckless. They don't even be low key with it. You feel me? Like, dude, yo, it's been situations where, man, listen, yeah.
But no, my comment that just like light bulbs.
Mhm.
He was saying the the texting thing. So I think something as small as like read receipts, and you know how you can take like put the option where you just see the name and not the message.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's like you trying to like, you know, finesse your way out of
it. Go crazy.
Too.
No, let's not get crazy here. Crazy.
No, but simple things like that. No,
it
but,
could
okay,
be.
So,
it could be, but it also could be like, for me, an example.
And passwords too. I'm not saying all that stuff is there to protect your privacy, but in a
I'm waiting. Cause go ahead. I want to see where this going.
Okay, what if in a relationship it was like all of that was open, and then all of a sudden all of that becomes private? No read receipts.
Whose man's is this?
No, I'm just saying because somebody told me, "Oh, why you got no password on your phone?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, because I'm not that pressed about it.
Okay.
But I put the password on my phone because they was like, "Will somebody take your phone and now you got your whole business out there?" I'm like, "Oh, good idea." But I was just too lazy to just like be putting in password.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, something like that is coming.
She's sitting here trying to defend it already.
No, but I'm just saying, like, now, is that, I feel like I'm moving into
Yeah, that's why I'm like, where you going?
Is that suspect now?
See? Crazy. Cuckoo. But anyway,
It's not crazy.
let her sit her Caribbean crazy
It's
self
not
back.
crazy.
But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, no matter what the situation is, he or she, right, gonna sit there and try to argue with you nowadays about why you asking me or what this got to do with anything, instead of everybody realizing, all right, this the situation at hand and let's figure it out. You know what I mean? It's mad annoying, son. People suck.
I don't know, 'cause you gotta know what you're doing.
That's a easy. I don't know.
That's the easy scenario.
Matter of fact, here we go.
I'm trying to complicate it.
Yeah, man. Here you
It's
go.
easy.
Here you go. Tell us y'all stories about all the craziness. Yeah, tell me. Ooh, matter of fact, yeah. Ooh, I need an email for this.
No, you don't. Just
Yeah. We need all the crazy stories. Keep them anonymous. We may or may not read
say
them.
names.
Messy. Messy, yo.
Send us the Instagram names.
what we gonna call this? The nosy corner. We gonna call it the nosy. We gonna be nosy and check that email.
We need to do a detailed analysis, so we need to see pictures, names.
I ain't doing all that. Tell me a little funny story, little tidbit. Hashtag WIP Reloaded. You don't gotta tell it on there. Just DM me personally or something. I'm curious. Matter of fact, tell us a story about where accountability was lacking in a relationship and so it faltered. Boom. That's simple.
I mean, I feel like there's other scenarios.
Yeah,
like
I can't really think of them.
cheating, like,
That's what I'm saying. Alright. No, I can't think of them.
how about like expectations? You know.
Ooh, I got one.
Right.
So, a female, was talking to her significant other, about not feeling valued sometimes in a relationship, and not getting that emotional support, exactly, that she felt was lacking in the relationship, right? And so instead of the person, you know, trying to figure out how can they provide the support, they proceed to talk about how, well, they feel like they wasn't getting it neither. Now that's just petty, right? That's just petty. And then saying the reason why they didn't do it is because the person didn't provide them with the support initially, right? One, like, if they did or didn't, it don't matter, because the person is coming to you now saying they want it from you. So instead of you taking accountability, being like, you know what, you right, as a man I should be, you know, making my girl feel good about herself or whatever have you, whatever you feel like is needed in a relationship, and let me try to provide it, no matter what the situation is specific. You proceed to be like, well, if you ain't do this, you ain't do that, then that's not taking accountability, yo. And like, for our generation and in between the generation, we ain't gonna keep doing that. We gotta cut that. for real, that's like our parents-ish. You know what I mean? All that going back and forth about dumb stuff, and like nobody not taking accountability for what they was lacking. Like, we better than that. We got too much information. Y'all sitting here watching us.
Too much information, too much options.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't deserve this.
Yeah, but we also got too much information to learn how to do better.
Right.
So whoever's sitting here watching this, like, for real, be better, yo. Be a better person than other people, because that's not cool, son.
It's crazy how we're overexposed, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Everybody, I don't deserve this. I don't have to take this. You know,
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Not everybody's an option, son. If y'all chose to pursue a relationship, that means y'all chose to commit to one another. Now, obviously, if things get real serious, like that, you know, this relationship can't work, that's different. But I'm talking about the normal day-to-day stuff. People should not be breaking up over that stuff, and I feel like it's happening a lot. Like, it's a lot.
First sign of something, they
out because Raheem DM'd you talking about, yo, I got these 2 tickets to a Yo Gotti concert. Like, you ready to be out of the relationship for that? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, y'all be distracted, son. Focus, take accountability, and do the right thing by your partner and yourself.
By yourself first, because if you don't respect yourself,
What that got
how you gonna win when you ain't right with it?
Man, we talking about relationships. What you talking about?
But you gotta respect yourself first.
See, and then
learn how to respect other people.
This is circling back into take accountability for yourself. You should. I hope you respect yourself. If you don't respect yourself, that's a whole nother episode. Self-love. Yo, didn't we do that?
No, I don't think
we did do self-esteem, I think. Whatever. But if we didn't, we might.
But how you going?
But this ain't self-esteem. We talking about accountability, son.
How you gonna be accountable for someone else if you can't be accountable for yourself?
That's why we saying take accountability for yourself.
How you gonna
Nicole.
win when you ain't?
See what Jersey people
Pretty
do?
much the same thing.
Jersey people just keep quoting Lauryn Hill just cause. But yo,
It sums it all up.
that's this week, son.
Respect yourself. Be accountable for your own actions. Own what you're doing, whether it's right or wrong.
Exactly.
You haven't harped on the rightness. You know that motivates you.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
But-
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's this week. Accountability, take it in your life, in your work, in your relationship. Take accountability. I'm telling you, it'll make everything better. I think so anyway. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just an in-betweener.
I agree.
And this is this week's Work in Progress Reloaded.
And we out.
Blur that, blur that, blur that, blur that.
LiveWav.